Board of Directors of the School District of the City of Erie, PA will meet in regular session on Wednesday, January 17th, 2018, in the auditorium at East Middle School, 1001 Atkins Street, at 6 o'clock p.m. by request of the President, Mr. Frank Petrunger, Jr.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Feeney?
Here.
Mr. Harkins?
Here.
Mrs. McNair?
Here.
Mr. Spagel?
Excused.
Mr. Titus?
Here.
Mrs. Alexandrovich? Here. Mr. Castillo?
Here.
Mr. Fabrizi?
Here.
Mr. Petrunger?
Here. Pledge of Allegiance led by Aurora Fuchs, 8th grade student at Strong Vincent Middle School, introduced by Mr. Jeff Hutchinson, principal, followed by a moment of silence for Lucy Canavino, retired secretary, who passed away on December 14, 2017, Angeline Vendetti, former teacher assistant, who passed away on January 1, 2018, and Judith Kaliszewski, retired teacher assistant, who passed away on January 16, 2018. Mr. Hutchinson.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Polito, members of the board, and our Erie Public Schools community. It's a great pleasure for me to be here this evening representing our new Strong Vincent Middle School family. Introducing our speaker, Aurora Fuchs, is also a tremendous honor. Aurora is the daughter of Amy Gilowitz and Matt Fuchs. She's a big sister to Eli, Kaylin, and Claus. Not only is Aurora our student council president, she's a proud member of our cross-country team, our quiz bowl team, volleyball team, as well as chorus. Make sure you look for her in Wilson Middle School's production of Sing this spring as well. Aurora participates in the Honors Academy at Strong Vincent and takes geometry and language arts at Collegiate Academy every morning. When asked to detail her favorite things about our school, Aurora commented that she loves the whole middle school setup. She enjoys our school store, her teachers, and our monthly class meetings. In the future, Aurora would hope to attend Allegheny College or possibly Harvard. She'd like to be an aeronautical engineer or maybe an author. Again, it is my great privilege to introduce Aurora Fuchs to lead us in tonight's pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much.
Nice.
That's why she can't have it. Rashay, if I can have you come over here for a minute. I want to present a certificate of appreciation presented to Rashay Benjamin from Erie High School for your service as student representative to the Board of Directors of the Erie Public Schools for December 2017 and January 2018. Thank you so much. I don't know if you'd like to say anything. You're more than welcome to. You don't have to.
Thank you for giving me the privilege to be able to sit on the board tonight and the night before that I sat on.
Thank you. This month, the Board of School Directors is pleased to recognize the United Way of Erie County for their support of Erie's public schools. Our local United Way is now in its second year of partnership with our district to implement the community schools model at 5 of our elementary and middle schools. United Way serves as the backbone organization for the model and has provided both technical and funding assistance for the project. United Way of Erie County is also spearheading the campaign for grade-level reading in Erie County, which seeks to organize community resources to improve literacy among all students, especially those in third grade. Erie's Public Schools is a proud partner with the United Way on these initiatives and looks forward to working with them in the future to improve the lives of our students and their families. I'd like to ask Mike Jarosevich, Vice President of Community Impact, to come to the stage and accept this recognition.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate it.
I would like to announce the board met in executive session on Wednesday, January 10th, 2018, at the Dr. James E. Barker Leadership Center, 148 West 21st Street, in Conference Room 3, from 6:47 p.m. to 7:49 p.m. regarding legal and personnel matters. The board also met in executive session this evening, Wednesday, January 17th, 2018, in the library at East Middle School from 5:10 p.m. to 5:26 p.m. regarding personnel matters. We will move on to the report of the superintendent.
Well, first tonight, I'd like to congratulate our JV girls basketball team on their win over McDowell this week. The Lady Royals are currently in first place in their class.
All right.
We also want to congratulate the 7 members of the Royals football team who were named to the 2017 Western PA Class 6A All-Team, and Coach Rob Matz, who was named Coach of the Year. Continuing with athletics, Erie High is excited to host its first annual College Athletic Information Night. It's coming this Thursday, next Thursday, January 25th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. All students in grades 9 through 12 are encouraged to attend with their families to learn about the NCAA clearinghouse process, the district's new student athletic mentoring program, and other academic supports available to them. Counselors will be on hand to do course credit checks to help students develop a path towards graduation, and representatives from Go College will be available to help with the FAFSA forms and SAT prep registration. A light dinner will also be provided by PEPS, and representatives from all our teams will be there to talk to students and families about expectations and off-season conditioning. The Erie High School Marching Band, formerly Erie All-City Marching Band, is now recruiting new members for the 2018 season. Practice begins tonight at Strong Vincent Middle School and will continue throughout the winter. No experience is needed to join the band, and more information is available on the district's website. 3 of our teachers over the past month have been recognized as Golden Apple winners. Congratulations to Rick Heasley from Strong Vincent Middle School, Lindsay Lynch from McKinley Elementary, and Jen Herman from Grover Cleveland Elementary. Winter Keystone testing is underway this month. We want to wish all our students the best of luck on the test and remind parents to make sure students are well rested during this test time. Work on our strategic plan began last week. Student focus groups met with Performance Fact, our consultants, on Friday. Stakeholder surveys are also being finalized and will be available next week. Community forums are also scheduled to begin in mid-March and run through April. We strongly encourage our parents, students, and staff to participate in this process by completing a survey and participating in the upcoming meetings. And lastly, January is School Directors Recognition Month. I'd just like to thank all the board members for their dedication and service to the district, and we have a small token of appreciation at your table tonight. That concludes my report.
Thank you. I have a motion by Mr. Cassillo,
Second.
second by Mr. Harkins. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? You understood that, Tim, right? Okay. Hearing of citizens, persons desiring to speak for 5 minutes must submit their request in writing to the Secretary's office at least 1 week prior to the board meeting. Others may speak for 3 minutes. Our first 5-minute speakers, Mrs. Kelly Heberly and Mrs. Sandy Staub, speaking to inform the board of the positive things going on at Strong Vincent Middle School through their Parent-Teacher Student Association.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Kelly Heberly. I'm a parent of 3 boys in Erie's public schools. I'm a homeowner in the city, so I pay taxes, and I'm a registered voter. I'm pleased to see the budget from the state being talked about, with hopefully money being put towards infrastructure, so our kids, get a little bit made up from what they've been lacking lately. Decades of research prove that when families are active and involved in their child's education, student achievement improves, there's less disciplinary issues, test scores are higher, and your schools get better. So we're here tonight to give you a little bit of the lowdown on what Strong Vincent PTA is doing to encourage those results and tell you about some of our accomplishments. In October, we received the Pennsylvania PTA Wellness Award for our color race. That's awarded to one PTA in the whole state for a healthy lifestyle project that encourages partnership with your school and community. Sandy will tell you a little bit more about that. We received this award at the state convention in Pittsburgh, where 8 of our members went and attended workshops and training. We met the national PTA president there and had a chance to tell Erie's story on the national level, which was pretty cool. Representatives of our PTA also attended regional training and advocacy training in September, so we're continuously trying to improve our parent group. We sat down with Mrs. Blakesley, our STEM teacher at Strong Vincent, after hours and talked about some grant opportunities. She applied for a $1,000 PTA grant with BEAR. We didn't win, but we were one of 50 PTAs selected out of over 500 entries to win a STEM family game night package. It includes 36 STEM games to put on a family night at school and 12 to hand out as prizes. This has been scheduled before PASA starts in March. Our Facebook page received a lot of hits on that. We have a lot of moms and dads looking forward to volunteering for that night. We also were just recently awarded the Pennsylvania PTA Cultural Awareness and Family Engagement Mini Grant. Again, it's only given to one PTA in Pennsylvania. The prize is a $500 grant to host a multicultural event at your school and 2 convention packages, which is more training. It was at the convention where one of our moms, Carla, was inspired to organize our group's multicultural night. Your winners are selected based on their event that engages, the various cultures in your school. And we want to increase the capacity of our city PTA units, so we're planning these types of activities in hopes that our enthusiasm trickles down to our feeder schools and to other schools. So what we did was, Carla designed the first ever Strong Vincent Olympics. She's got big plans, there's endless possibilities, getting the kids active, working it into the curriculum, getting the community involved, and not just in physical competitions, but in performance and academic competitions as well. So we're designing them to be receptive to all of our culturally diverse families, not just if you're good at sports or not just if you can sing or dance. There's something in it for everybody. We're using the 5 Olympic rings to symbolize our 5 school families coming together this year at Strong Vincent, because we want to include everybody. Our last dance at Halloween had multiple parents volunteer, and the kids are totally enjoying the Strong Vincent experience. It's one of the many dances that the kids seem to enjoy in our own building, in our own gym, in our own cafeteria. As you can see, we are excited to call this our own. Our next big endeavor is our fundraiser, a co-ed Super Bowl bingo. It's not just your typical designer handbag bingo. We're planning it around prizes that guys will love too, so we can get the dads in our school involved as well. We have a technology talk lined up for this spring, where we got a representative from Best Buy who's going to come and talk to the moms and dads about cell phone safety and how to track your kids and what apps are out there to help with homework and such. So our first year is pretty full, and we're really excited to be at Strong Vincent, especially with our big color race coming up, which is what Sandy's going to talk about.
Hi, I'm Sandy Staub. I started 3 years ago doing the color race. I don't know if you guys know about the color run that they do in Erie. It's a huge event, but I started it at Roosevelt when we first got over there, and we try to get a healthy way to get kids fit and to have fun. Instead of selling like candy or candles or whatnot, we profited over $10,000. It was a very energetic way to get the kids and their families involved in an activity outside. We had music, we had the color powder, we had a limo for the highest seller, we had this Erie Seawolf, we had a blow-up arch, we had 200 people to participate, and now it's become an event. The kids look forward to it now. We're trying to make it part of the feeder program. We do invite the fifth graders that are coming over. The teachers now are trying to get that into the transition program so that they can see the school at the end of their fifth grade and they can get involved in that event so that they become welcome into the Strong Vincent community. You heard we were chosen for the Pennsylvania PTA Wellness Award. We won a package to the convention. We won 2 banquet tickets, a plaque, and we spoke at the annual dinner. I don't know if you know this, but my kids went to Roosevelt, and I really feel that Vincent is such a great, great place for them to now call home. Where Roosevelt, the old Roosevelt, used to be home, and then they got transitioned all over the place. This is truly a wonderful place for us. We're looking forward to our own building and doing our own things. One of the things on our agenda, one of the things we want to try to raise money for is water fountains and installing water bottle filling stations so that the kids can fill up their own water bottles instead of have sugary sports drinks or sodas. Our fountains look to be in distress a bit, so this may cost more than what was budgeted, but we're looking at maybe doing 1 or 2 a year just so they're done correctly. And in the future, we're making sure that all the water fountains are done to standard. We're also looking to fix our track and field to have it tilled, and we want to put up, so we can post some track and field events. The track and field teacher has expressed to us that, wow, we have the facility to do it. We just need to get it done to par so that we can invite other people to do track and field in our field. We also want to get bleachers to let the parents enjoy these events and educational field trips for our students. We thought you'd enjoy hearing some positive comments about the changes that were made. We've embraced the school in hopes of making it a better place for the kids and the parents and the teachers and the community. We are proud to be part of this new Strong Vincent Middle School PTSA. Thank you.
Thank you. One other 5-minute speaker, Mr. William McDonald. I don't see him though, so we will move on. 3-minute speakers, please state your name and print your name and address on the tablet provided on the podium. And do we have anybody for 3 minutes?
Good evening. First, let me start out by saying don't draw any conclusions on my critical thinking skills based on the sweatshirt I'm wearing.
Don't worry, I'm right with you.
Been a Browns fan since they were choking away AFC championships regularly to Denver, and, well, this is a Christmas present for my daughter, so I'm wearing it. Anyways, my name is Matthew Majerski. I am a Lawrence Park resident. My kids go to Iroquois Elementary, but I am a graduate, 1997 graduate of East High School before this glorious building was built. I have a there's a little background here. I have a BSc ET from Penn State Barron, and I will be finishing my MBA with a concentration in energy from Point Park University in Pittsburgh here this spring. I've spent more than a year researching and analyzing various energy industries and other systems for generating electricity here for the last year and a half as part of this MBA program. under the guidance of industry experts, consultants, and other industry personnel. I've also worked for a year and a half with GE Power Conversion as a test engineer testing their 1.25 megawatt wind inverters and their 4 megawatt solar inverters. They actually closed their operations down about a year and a half ago, and I've been looking for work ever since while I finished my MBA. Long story, I'll move on. I cannot emphasize this point strong enough. Renewable energy is the wave of the future, and it is not that far away. If you want to do your own research, all the fossil fuel companies are investing in it. And if they are investing in it, what's that tell you about the economic analysis they are performing on this potential of this technology? In the interest of full disclosure, again, I'm not currently employed and I'm not representing any specific vendor of this technology. I am, however, representing the taxpayers of this district and any Erieite who is desperately seeking a solution to the many problems plaguing this region. And again, I am here to talk about renewable energy and the benefits it could bring to not just this district, but other districts. And let me also just disclose, I just had this conversation with Iroquois last night. I am going to Mill Creek School Board next Monday, and I'll be at the Erie County Council on Tuesday talking about this very same thing. So what is that benefit? For starters, it could save you money on your electric bills. Zero grid technology is exactly as it sounds. It allows you to power your buildings using zero grid power. That would essentially mean zero electricity costs, which also means no power loss for the district buildings should there be some problem with the supply, like an emergency fire. I mean, we've had these weather issues. They take out electricity. This solves that problem. Battery storage technology is evolving every day. Commercial systems are being sold today as solely wind or solar, but the best systems are hybrids of wind and solar to increase their generation capabilities. And all of these companies are looking for new markets and opportunities to get their systems out there in real-time applications to prove their abilities and generate more sales. This is a perfect opportunity to get in on the evolution of electricity distribution. This technology can also provide excellent educational opportunities. Exposure to this new and evolving technology could provide excellent employment opportunities for today's graduates as well as future graduates. Most importantly, it will stretch out that $14 million you guys are going to be getting from the state. I hope this, again, I'm here to use my 3 minutes, and I'm planting a seed. And I'm hoping that seed gets watered by your own research, consulting more industry experts other than me. And I hope you actually give this legitimate consideration, because this is a legitimate technology. It is coming soon. And I say, why not get in on it while it's hot?
Thank you. Would anybody else like to speak for 3 minutes? Not seeing any, we'll move on. Any reports of the committee and liaisons? Not hearing any. We have no unfinished business. We'll move on to new business.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Harkins?
I move we adopt the new business item 6 and the supplemental new business item 7 as presented before us tonight.
We have a motion by Mr. Harkins. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Castillo. Any discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
just for the benefit of the public, could I ask the superintendent to just briefly explain what the first of the supplemental resolutions means? It has to do with the Act 1 resolution.
As required by the school code, each year, the district has to make a decision, their first decision regarding their budget in January, and that's to determine whether or not we need to go over the Act 1 index. It's an inflationary index which determines how much our tax increase can be each year, or if we can survive without an increase above that. Based on our projections and discussions, we have determined that we do not need to raise taxes above that index, which is set at 3.7% this year, and as such are adopting this resolution to say that and send it to the state so that they are notified.
Thank you.
If no other discussion, roll call, please.
Mrs. Feeney?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mrs. McNair? Mr. Titus?
Yes.
Mrs. Alexandrovich? Mr. Castillo? Mr. Fabrizi?
Yes.
Mr. Petrunker?
Yes. Approval of the meeting minutes of December 6th and 13th, 2017. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Mr. Harkins, second. Seconded by Mr. Fabrizi. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bills and payroll.
I move we approve them for payment as presented.
I have a motion by Mr. Harkins. Second by Linda. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Feeney?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mrs. McNair? Mr. Titus?
Yes.
Mrs. Alexandrovich? Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Mr. Fabrizi?
Yes.
Mr. Petrunger?
Yes. Approval of the report of Secretary Financial Report for the 5-month period ending November 30th, 2017.
Move we accept and approve it.
Motion by Mr. Harkins,
Second.
second by Mr. Cassillo. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Feeney?
Yes.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mrs. McNair? Mr. Titus?
Yes.
Mrs. Alexandrovich? Mr. Castillo?
Yes.
Mr. Fabrizi?
Yes.
Mr. Petrunger?
Yes, we have no awards on bids. We move to any other matter?
Mr. President,
Yes.
I only want to commend the Parent Teachers Association from Strong Vincent for coming here and giving us some positive news about what you're doing and everything that you're involved in. It's very refreshing to hear positive news, and we all know that the parents that are involved, the more parents that are involved, the better, as was cited, the better the kids do. And so I just wanted to say thank you, not only to the ladies who spoke, but all of them that are sitting there with them. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Anything? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Cassillo, second by Mrs. Feeney. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
Excellent.